All right, here's my top 5 things and a few bonus ones that can absolutely destroy a deal. So if you're buying land to build a multi-res, you better know your zoning inside and out. And this is why I said, in one of the previous videos, you absolutely have to know that location where you're looking to buy, because you have to know when it says zoning R's dash for whatever, that you have exactly what you're after. Okay, so that's one. Most people miss out on the floodplain mapping, and it's becoming increasingly important to just double check that ahead of time, because even existing homes, so stuff that's already built out, they've changed the floodplain mapping, and now all of a sudden, what you thought was a great spot to build, and maybe it is, you're going to have to get a full engineering report done on the floodplain mapping to make sure that you're allowed to, and that groundwater is not going to be too high. So that's key. Conservation Authority has kind of had their authority handcuffed a little bit, but you certainly want to check on their website and your municipality for what they look for with specific deals. Servicing, and I can't stress this enough. Even if you are on a main corridor, and even if you have other houses serviced and you think, hey, this is a no-brainer, capacity is the word of the day when it comes to servicing. If they don't have capacity and have no plans to build a pumping station or whatever, you're going to be shit out of luck, because your shit isn't going to be able to go anywhere. And that's a huge problem. So that's a key one there. There's always going to be some environmental concerns. When we're looking at properties, butternut trees, that sort of stuff, there might be existing wildlife that you have to be aware of, bat habitats, all these different things come into play. So those are my top 5. And then depending on where you are, now all of a sudden you could require an archaeological report, because again, you want to make sure that you're not going to be digging where certain things are buried. Leave those buried. Setbacks. So we actually had a house that was adjacent to a side yard. We thought it was a side yard setback we had to deal with, but it was an unopened road allowance. And because it was an unopened road allowance, now it's not side yard setbacks, now it's